The reason why nobody gets growth in their business is because they don't know their business. They don't know anything about their business, but they're trying to gimmick their audience to grow with the business instead of being the business and knowing the knowledge to then grow the business. Why would anyone buy life insurance from someone who doesn't understand life insurance? You're too busy trying to be famous on influencer platform to get business in a business that you don't even know the information on, where you then confuse a person that's your customer as to why they need life. Why would anyone need life insurance? I'm going to be dead if I don't have a life in my body. I'm going to be dead, so why would I need life insurance? And I'm going to tell you right now, nobody wants to look at you talk about life insurance in a piece of content. So you're so self-righteous and so self-centered to think that you're so important in the world that you're going to make a piece of content that's going to go viral because of life insurance. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Then you're going to like say, well, I'm from Salt Lake City, and you're going to try to market to someone in what, New York City? Goals and content. Well, there you go right there. You don't have a fucking idea of how to run a business. You're too busy worried about content. You never worked in the business to have a business. So why would you make content off of titties and clit to sell your business? When you are literally the most unprofessional individuals we've ever seen, and then you on top of that show your manipulation tactics, so now you're gonna fucking go to prison. So now you're trying to put yourself in prison. So you're working toward ending your life early while selling life insurance, while fucking people over, while following people like Gary Vee, who follows Mona Vand, who literally shows up at events with a Persian bitch overthrowing the fucking country for a fucking Persian in the Middle East. And you're literally going to talk to him as if none of that shit's happening, where you imply in a question about personal brand when you know that it either fucking bothers you. And so he says, don't ask me about that. Well, I'm going to fucking ask you about it because I hired you. I hired you. And if I want to ask you that question, then I'll ask you that fucking question. And if you don't want to answer that fucking question, then you're fired, Gary Vee. Because in this company that I work in, I'm here for valid information, not a fucking scam and a fucking gimmick of a fucking prick who wears a loyal hat when clearly you're a fucking anti-American who's turned your back on the country with a fucking bunch of motherfucking people who are on board to sell the country out to the fucking Middle East, you little boy. Little fucking pricks. Tells you that you think Gary Vee is running social media. That means you value someone else over your own life. He's just making money off of you. That's all he cares about. Just because he told you he cared about you, you're going to fall for that shit? Right now, he's interrupting with a dumbass fucking text. You're going to tell me that he told you that he likes you and he cares about people. And then he's going to show up at gala and events with a Persian with a diamond ring where all she does is brag about how much money she has and how many trips that he goes on with her. And then she shows herself in a yacht and a jet while she erotically talks about nonsense. And then you're going to hire his company. And then you're going to ask him questions about his personal brand. He's going to not tell you anything of value. He's going to teach you how to abuse audiences. And you'll be like, cool, at least I made money. How much did you make on that public speaking gig? $100,000? Where she's sitting in the fucking audience with that fucking dog with her face all puffy in California? With her fucking face all puffy?
happening for the low cost of like, listen, I don't underestimate.
It's called sales.
Dinner, like I view that, you know, couple like I think you're gonna win.
I think you're gonna win, so that means you're gonna win. That doesn't mean shit because you think he's gonna win.
I think it's gonna work. I like this non-scalable, local, physical to film to then scale. Got it? They
don't got it. They don't got what you're fucking saying because they ain't fucking children trying to abuse the elderly now, and then you're not going to stand up and protect the elderly from those motherfuckers. So there's no business relationship in these videos that he produces. It's literally the young trying to abuse the old and the old not holding the young accountable. And then the old fucking all of us over with the fucking Middle East so that they can keep hold of the so-called leadership board of whatever dumb shit that you made up in your fucking head. Fucking nasty motherfucking people is who you all are. All of you. Every last one of you pieces of shit in this fucking country of the United States of America are the dumbest, most selfish, most ridiculous, most uneducated, most unskilled. The strategy and the tactics you use are not tactical. They're just fucking clueless. Go look at Kylie Jenner's platform and see what Shoo Chew and what Kris Jenner raised. Go look what Kris Jenner raised. Go look what Kim Kardashian taught her little sister how to behave. It will make you want to fucking puke. And if it doesn't, then you're not a fucking American. You think that Kendall and Kylie Jenner are the only pussy out there? You really think you're going to have a shot at putting your dick inside that shit? She ain't no different than the woman down the street who's a fucking porn star on the ONLYFANS page. The problem is she went to the wrong platform. And that Stormi and Air are on the platform with her in the same video where she's selling her body. And the dude in this video is trying to sell his body to manipulate audiences, not to give people life insurance. No, to take their life away, to take their money. There's no compassion in what he's speaking to when it comes to the platform of why he would actually deliver to audiences around what is life insurance? It's for when people die. It's for dead people. And it's like talking to stone wall. Literally nothing to offer. Well, I just want to build content. What do you sell? Life insurance. Well, what is life insurance? Well, it's when people die, and then you don't even have to go any further. It's when people die, and what is he trying to do? Find ways to make commercials to sell death. He's selling death. He's selling money in exchange for death. That's what he's selling. So you're willing to sell out your parents to death so that you can get paid, youth? And that's the young generation, while Gary Vee gives them strategy and tactics and education on how to make content to sell death, while calling it life insurance. It's really called death insurance because you don't get the money until you're dead. And most people think death insurance is useless because they don't have money. They don't care about what happens to them after they die. But what you want to know now, what happens to you when you die, is you all go to purgatory. Because that's what Obama planned and the Mona Van planned for you and Kendall and Kylie and Kim Kardashian and all of you here in my hometown. That's what you want for yourselves. So when you're sitting at church and you're worshiping the devil while this little fuck is trying to sell you life insurance, which is death insurance, while you're praising Jesus, that ain't Jesus that you're talking to. That's probably your mirror image of yourself in the mirror.